Islam began as a religious movement that became a small nation and then an empire in the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century. It became a sprawling, multi-ethnic, multicultural, and even multi-religious country at the crossroads of Eurasian trade and cultural exchange. It's no surprise that the ideas, cultures, and people moving through the Islamic Empire, combined with a friendly theology and government, led to what's called the Islamic Golden Age. Muslim scholars did not, by and large, take issue with learning from the works of non-Muslims to advance their body of knowledge. Muslim scholars proclaimed that education should be prescribed for everyone, which was a novel idea for the Middle Ages. In a state as large and diverse as the Islamic Empire, this led to a lot of cross-pollination of ideas. Later in the Golden Age, this process of education was formalized by schools known as madrasas, which were mosques, boarding houses, and libraries in a single compound. Additionally, the Muslim Empire invested massively in the work of scientists and philosophers. The amount the government spent on translation was unimaginable. The symbol of this period would be the Great House of Wisdom in Baghdad, a massive library built by the Islamic Emperor Caliph al-Mansur. The House of Wisdom is so fundamental to the Islamic Golden Age that its construction and obliteration are viewed as the start and end of it. Across the Caliphate, scholars translated classical works from Greek, Middle Persian, and Sanskrit into Arabic. Their efforts ensured the survival of countless works that would otherwise have been lost, including those by great figures such as Aristotle and Galen. They also made many of their own original discoveries, knowledge that would come to be much sought after by the medieval West. Al-Kindi, known as the philosopher of the Arabs, was a famed polymath who wrote on logic, psychology, astronomy, astrology, and many other topics. Al-Khwarizmi's contribution to mathematics led to him being dubbed the father of algebra. The Latinized version of his name, algoritmos, is the origin of our word algorithm. Material culture also flourished under the Abbassids with the introduction of glazed pottery in the 9th century, allowing new artistic possibilities. From astronomy to medicine, the Islamic Golden Age was a time of groundbreaking discoveries. Take the astrolabe, for example. Perfected by Muslim astronomers, this intricate device was a precursor to the modern GPS, used for navigation and determining prayer times. Art and architecture flourished as well. Islamic art avoided depictions of living beings, focusing instead on stunning geometric patterns and calligraphy. This approach gave us breathtaking landmarks like the Alhambra in Spain and the intricate designs of mosques around the world. Ever wonder why we use Arabic numerals? This system, introduced during the Islamic Golden Age, replaced cumbersome Roman numerals and simplified calculations. Algebra, a term derived from the Arabic al-Jabr, was also developed by al-Khwarizmi, whose work laid the foundation for modern mathematics. In medicine, figures like al-Razi, known as Rhazes in the West, revolutionized healthcare. His book, Al-Hawi, was a medical encyclopedia used in Europe for centuries. Ibn Sina authored the Canon of Medicine, which became a cornerstone of medical studies worldwide. It wasn't just science and art, philosophy thrived too. Thinkers like Al-Farabi and Ibn Rushd reintroduced Greek philosophy to Europe, influencing the Renaissance and beyond. Their works bridged the gap between science and spirituality, emphasizing reason and inquiry. Al-Zahrawi, a surgeon who practiced in Cordoba, Spain, for many years, invented the forceps, scalpel, and other medical instruments. He wrote a manual on his medical practice, which benefited other doctors. It was also during this period that Muslims learned how to make paper from Chinese prisoners. This meant that their knowledge could be written down and shared more widely, hence increasing the knowledge of Muslims all around the world. Due to the accessibility of paper, modern world maps were also created by Muslims who had traveled for trade and their faith. Universities in Morocco, Cairo, and other places were founded during the Islamic Golden Age. These were of the first to give diplomas to qualify students in medicine who go on to be doctors. The studies, findings, and suggestions of Ibn al-Haytham significantly developed the area of study of astronomy. Jabir ibn Hayyan was a great developer of science and was responsible for scientific experiments and chemical processes like distillation, filtration, crystallization, oxidization, and more. The Spanish Muslims began building the Great Mosque in Cordoba and went on to construct the Alhambra Palace. This fortress includes Arabic inscriptions, magnificent tiles, and beautiful designs, and this was the peak of architecture. In the 13th century, the Muslims faced a threat from the Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, who had already conquered China. They invaded Baghdad and attacked the Muslims, destroying many of the Muslims' achievements beyond repair. The Islamic Golden Age ended with this. In 1258 CE,